Oh yeah, that's so nice, Emily. I'm glad you get to push a pause in the middle of your day. That'll be nice. I'm sure for those of you who are getting to work from home, it's a very nice little gift. Definitely. So just a couple more minutes again. If you're just joining, we're going to use a block. Again, a rolled up towel, like a pillow or something will work just fine. All right, just a couple more minutes and then we'll get moving. If you don't already have a playlist on, then switch on your favorite, something that's inspiring you today. Yeah, something that's making you maybe get a little funky or relax, just kind of whatever sounds good. The best of the best for yourself. And then we'll give it the last couple minutes and then jump on in. All right, I think we're just about at that time. Oh, one more minute. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to see. All right, well, as the last few people start to trickle in and we get started in our practice, just want to thank you for joining me, whether you're joining me live now or joining later. Sometimes these classes, I know many of you have messaged me and have let me know how they have been helping to keep some sense of normalcy in all the craziness that's going on. And I just wanted to say same. It's really offering us as instructors that little sense of normalcy too. And it's different for sure. And it's a little like, oh, man, the truth is we miss you. Like, I miss being in the studio and I miss being able to watch your guys' practices and feed off of the energy that is there. But it has been a really big and is a really big gift for me as well. And I know I speak for our other instructors too, it's a gift to be able to do it because it keeps our sense of normalcy too in the best way that we can in these very uncertain and ever challenging times. And so I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for participating. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for little love notes and generous donations and all the things that are keeping us going alive as a community. It really means a lot. So thank you. So we're going to get started today in child's pose. So take a moment to bring your big toes close. Knees can either open wide or they can come a little closer together. And then just take a moment to fold forward over your legs. We'll start with just a few deep breaths. Again, if you're just joining, make sure you have a block, a pillow, or a little rolled up towel or blanket for you for later on in your practice. Take a moment to relax your upper body down. Let yourself just kind of arrive on your mat. If you feel like you need a little bit more support, you can slowly work your knees a little closer together, and that will just support your low back a little bit more. Just take these few moments here at the beginning of your practice. See if you can just let whatever sensation starts to arise in your body, just let it come to the surface and notice it without necessarily holding on to it too tight. Just start to pay attention. Choose for the length of your practice today to do your best to give yourself your attention. If something from the outside world, work or worry or to-do lists or anything else, if it starts to come up, see if you can just give it a little nod, set it to the side. Choose to give this next hour solely to you. To move, to breathe, to reconnect, to reset. This is your time. Take one more big breath in as you reach your fingertips forward. Let your hips sink back towards your heels as you exhale. And then inhale and gently press yourself forward into a tabletop position. You don't have to line up all the way. We're going to press right back into your child's pose. So as you exhale, slowly press your hips back to your heels. Inhale, slide forward, find tabletop. Exhale, press your hips back, child's pose. Again, inhale, press forward, tabletop as you rock into your fingers. Exhale, press your hips back. Just two more like that. Inhale, forward. See if you can press your shoulders over your wrists, just bringing some weight into your fingers. And then on your exhale, press your hips back. You get to warm up the shoulders and wrists at the same time. One more. Inhale, press forward, forward, forward. Transfer the weight into your fingers. Exhale, press your hips all the way back. This time, inhale, press forward to tabletop. And on your exhale, tuck your toes and press back and up to down dog. See if you can move as fluidly as you possibly can. Press forward this time to find plank. So if you have to lengthen your feet out longer, do it. Exhale, press your hips back, down dog. Inhale, gently lower your knees, come to tabletop. Exhale, put your hips back. Let's roll through that again. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Tuck your toes, press your hips back and up. Inhale, slide forward, find plank. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Inhale, softly lower your knees, tabletop. Exhale, uncurl your toes, press your hips back, child's pose. One more. Inhale, press forward, find tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, down dog. Inhale, press forward, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, tabletop, gently lower your knees. Exhale to child's pose. Stay for a breath in. And then a breath out. And inhale as you make your way tabletop. Plant your palms underneath your wrists. And begin with a few cat-cows. So as you inhale, lower your belly, tip your tailbone up, look up. On your exhale, tuck your chin around your shoulders, look for your belly button. Inhale, belly down, tailbone up, look up. Exhale, tuck and round. Take a few more cat and cows here. Inhale, belly down, tailbone up, look up. Exhale, tuck and round, get really, really tight. Use your inhale. Use your exhale. And then nice and slow, make your way back to neutral. And take a moment to shift your hips off towards the left and then look over your left shoulder. So you get a nice little kind of crunch on the left side body, and it creates a little stretch down the right. And then inhale, come back through center. And exhale, same thing. Shift your hips off towards the right. Look all the way over your right shoulder towards the outside of your right hip. Inhale back through center. One last time to the left. Shift your hips off towards the left. Look for your left outer hip. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Then nice and slow, come back to center on an inhale. Take your time. Exhale as you stay. So inhale, sweep your right arm up, look up, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle, right hand behind your left, slowly lower down to your right shoulder. Release the right side of your head towards the floor. And then the left hand can stay under your shoulder. It can reach out in front or sweep behind your back. You can work to pull your left shoulder back a little bit, maybe rock a little body's weight forward or back till you find that sweet spot to open up shoulder blades, scapula. Little space through your upper back, releasing some tension through your rhomboids. And then gently, let's break it out. Plant your left palm under your shoulder. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. And exhale, release your right hand. Go for the same thing on your left. Inhale, left arm sweeps high. Needle left behind your right, slowly lower down to your shoulder. Again, right hand can stay under your shoulder. It can reach out in front or wrap behind your back. Take whichever variation feels good for your body here. Again, little adjustments if you need it. You can lean a little more forward, a little more to your right, a little more to your left till you find your sweet spot. And then let it settle in. Bring your right hand back underneath your shoulder. If it left, plant your palm. Inhale, sweep your left arm all the way to the ceiling. Look up, reach up. And exhale, release your left hand. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Tuck your toes. Press your hips back and up to a down dog. So push your hips back and up. Take a quick little pedal of your heels. Lift right, lift left. You can wiggle through your feet a little bit, just kind of waking things up here. And then take up a little bit of space with your hands, spread your fingertips wide, feet about hip width distance. Pick up your heels and shift your heels towards the right side of your mat and see if you can set your feet back down. Push your hips back just the same way you would in your downward dog, so you get that nice opening down the left side of your body. Inhale, slowly come high to your toes, shift your heels through center, and as you exhale, take your heels off towards the left. Again, work to push the body's weight back towards your feet so you can work to bring the soles of your feet flat to the floor. Let your hips shift off towards the left so you really open up through the right side body. And inhale yourself back through center. Exhale as you find your down dog. Inhale, look forward, high to your toes. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Look forward and lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold as you release your spine. Again, inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Next, inhale, sweep up, reach up, big breath. Sweep your arms overhead, reach and stretch through your fingertips, look up. And on your exhale, hands can either come by your side or through heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plant your palm, step through to your plank. Push the floor away. Little dome in your upper back, little tuck of your tailbone under. Make yourself nice and strong right through the center line of your body. Breathe in. On your exhale, lower to your knees, squeeze your elbows in as you bring yourself all the way to the floor. Strong with your hands underneath your shoulders, open up your feet, hip width or so. Breathe in, lift your chest. Squeeze your elbows in, draw your shoulders away from your ears, look a little bit forward. Press down to the tops of your feet, firm up your quads, squeeze your glutes and see if you can lift your chest higher. Very little weight in your hands, so you can easily lift your hands off the mat and still keep that height in your spine. So really drawing the strength from the strength of the back side of your body. Inhale, fill up. And then exhale, gently release your upper body. Tuck your toes, press your hips through tabletop, and then to down dog. So there's this engagement and strength of the back side of the body that's supported from the front, especially when it comes to backward bends. Inhale, look forward towards the top of your mat. Step or walk, look forward and lengthen as you finish your inhale. And then as you exhale, fold your upper body forward. Inhale, sweep, reach, rise, stand tall. Exhale, hands can come through center or by your side. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, step through to your plank. Squeeze your elbows, press the floor away, a little dome in your upper back. Option to lower to your knees again. This time we'll make it all the way to the floor. So whether knees or not, we make it all the way down, nice and controlled, all the way to your belly. Open your feet back up. Same kind of work here into cobra. So press down through the tops of your feet, squeeze your glutes, and on your inhale, peel your chest off the mat. Stay with your breath. So you use your inhale to lift, and then use the strength of your abdominals to press down to help you lift up higher. So you can start to now look all the way up towards the ceiling and let your eyes take you in the direction you want them to go. Take another big breath in, and exhale, gently release your chest, tuck your toes, press yourself back and up to a down dog. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Look to the top of your mat, step or walk to the top. Lengthen, look forward. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, sweep, reach, rise, stand tall. And exhale through center or by your side. One more like that. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palm, step into your plank. Push the floor away, nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale all the way to your belly, knees or not. Squeeze your elbows in, lower with control. Open up your feet about hip width distance, hands on cobra. Press down from the tops of your feet, squeeze your glutes, pull your elbows in. Start to work on inner thigh strength by pressing your inner thighs even closer together. Chest up, lift up, go up. Exhale, release your chest, tuck your toes, press yourself through into downward dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, travel to the top. Look forward, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep, reach, rise, stand tall. Exhale, let it go. Full sun A. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga plant as you flow. So this time, if you want, come down halfway. Take up dog or your cobra if you come all the way to the floor. And then on your exhale, press yourself back into your down dog. Big breath in. And a full breath out. Look to the top of your mat, travel to the top. Lengthen, look forward as you finish your inhale. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, sweep, reach. Arms overhead, exhale through center or by your side. One more full inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga plant and flow. Elbows in close. Up dog or your cobra. Send it back to your down dog. Strong breath in. Steady breath out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Step, hop, or walk. Look forward, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, reach up, big breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And then on your exhale, release your arms, palms out to interlace your grip behind your back. Breathe in, chest up. And on your exhale, you'll take your hands off towards the left side of you. Right, so nice interlaced grip, pull it off to the left. Squeeze your left elbow back, and then release your left ear to your left shoulder. Do this nice little stretch down the right side of your neck. And then same thing on this side. Inhale, come through center. You can take your hands back through the center. And on your exhale, slide your hands off towards the right side of you. Again, with that nice interlaced grip, you'll just work that right elbow to squeeze in and release your right ear to your right shoulder. So this time you get that nice opening of stretch down the left side of your neck. And inhale, slowly come through center. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your hands up and off your hips. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. So you can take your arms with you and let your head hang. Take a moment to relax and rock a little bit of your body's weight forward into your toes. Start to notice the sensation happening all along the back side of your body, releasing a little tension from your upper back and shoulders from those long days at our desks and our makeshift desks. And then look forward halfway and you can release your grip. Exhale, if your hands fall to your toes, with your middle and index finger, grab onto your two big toes. So you'll take a nice big breath in, lengthen your spine, and you can soften up the bend in your knees as much as you need to in order to make this grip possible. And then lengthen your chest and your spine, look forward. So kind of working to push your hips back, but also stretch the top of your head forward. Now as you exhale, rock your body's weight forward. See if you can work to straighten your legs and lengthen the top of your head all the way to your toes. So work your elbows nice and wide, and as you start to come into your shape, think about firming up your quads. So pull up on your quadricep muscles. It might make you feel like you're pulling your kneecaps up towards your belly button. As you rock your body forward, it's okay. You squish the fingertips just a little bit, but not too much where it feels unbearable. This way, you'll eventually get your hips to stack right on tops of your heels. You get this long, straight line. It allows the tailbone to kind of tip back and up, so you get this really nice malleability of the body. Work the top of your head all the way towards your toes. See if you can relax your head and your neck one more time. Use the strength of your grip to stretch your head all the way towards your toes. And then inhale, lengthen, look forward. As you exhale, release your grip and slide your fingertips towards your heels as you step on your palms. So soles of your feet step on your palms. Work your toes into your wrist crease. Another inhale to lengthen your spine. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to create the shape. And on your exhale, let your upper body come down. Again, relax, bend, big bend through your elbows. This time you can kind of wiggle your toes. Feels really good right around the wrists. Kind of massaging into the heel of the palm a little bit. Sends a little release into the wrists. Don't forget the legs. Keep them firm. Keep them strong. Sometimes it's easy to get distracted by the sensation of stretch, and then we forget to turn on those supporting muscle groups. So see if you can turn on the support, turn on the strength. Keep breathing. Stretch the top of your head down. Let your elbows go wide. Notice the low back start to release. Notice your body start to shift and change the longer you're in posture. All right, let it go. Inhale. Look forward, release your grip. Exhale. Plant your palms and step through to a plank. Shoulders over wrist, push the floor away. Breathe in, full breath. Exhale, halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pull back to your down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high, split up. Exhale, step in between your hands, runner's lunge. Get your lunge long, so stretch from the top of your head. Find a nice long line, heel to your head. Pull your low belly in, inhale, sweep up, high crescent. Reach and stretch through your fingertips all the way towards the ceiling. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Back heel spins down, open your arms, reach and stretch through your fingertips. Another inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back through center. And exhale to triangle, straighten your front leg, reach your fingertips forward. Release your hand, shin, ankle, or even for your big toe. And you might have to heel toe the back foot in just a little bit to find the space. So reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Right, really use through your fingertips, pull your belly in, firm up your quad. Stretch and reach, inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then inhale, warrior two, bend deeply into your right leg. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow, vinyasa. Elbows in, dog or cobra. Send it back down, dog. Same thing left side, go. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands, runner's lunge. Get it long. Inhale, sweep up, high crescent. Use your exhale to open up warrior two. Back heel spins down, open your arms, sink your hips slow, inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior, so hand can slide behind your back or slip down your leg. Gaze goes up or down, take your choice. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to your triangle, release your fingertips forward to your shin and big toe. Again, close the gap in between, just a little bit, heel toe a little bit in order to reach either your big toe, your ankle, or your shin, and then reach all the way up so you create as much length from toes to fingertips. Hold your belly in, get strong through your legs. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow, vinyasa. Up dog or cobra on your inhale. Exhale, pull back to down dog. Big breath. Let it go. Again, inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands, runner's lunge, get it long. Inhale, sweep up, high crescent. Exhale, open to warrior two. Back heel spins down, open your arms. Inhale, big breath. Exhale to reverse. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale to triangle, straighten it out, reach through your fingertips. And then release your hands, shin, ankle, or big toe. Reach and stretch through your fingertips. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale through center, warrior two. Listen up, straighten out your front legs, spin your right toes forward to spin your left toes out. Bend deeply into your left knee, warrior two. Inhale, big breath, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle on the left, reach and stretch through your left fingertips. Grab shin, ankle, or big toe, reach up towards the ceiling, find as much length as you can. Inhale, back through warrior two. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow, vinyasa. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Exhale, sweep back down, dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's go get it on the left. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, rise to find high crescent, reach up. Exhale, open warrior two. Spin your back heel down, open your arms front to back, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, flip and reverse. Inhale through center, warrior two. Exhale, straighten out your front leg, reach for your triangle, shin, ankle, or big toe. Pull your belly in, reach through your right fingertips, legs nice and strong. Inhale, back through warrior two, make it clean. Straighten out your left leg, spin your left toes in, right toes out, bend deeply into your right knee, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, flip to reverse. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow, vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, pull back down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more, big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do that one more time, just getting the body nice and warm. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step in between your hands. Runner's lunge to get things long. Inhale, rise to high crescent, reach up. Exhale, open as you find warrior two. Get as long as you can. You can take a full palm, nice pericardium stretch. You drive the heel of your palm in opposite directions. Press through, inhale. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Sink low into your lunge. Inhale back through center, warrior two. Exhale to triangle. Straighten your front leg as you reach your fingertips forward. Reach for your shin, ankle, or big toe. Stretch to your left fingertips. Inhale back into warrior two. Sink low. Exhale, drive through your right toe. Spin your right toes in, left toes out. Bend deeply to find warrior two on the left. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, flip and reverse. Gaze goes up or down. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow. Elbows in close. Up dog or cobra. Send it back down dog. Finishing it off on the left. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, rise, high crescent. Exhale, open warrior two. Bend deeply into your left knee. Sink your hips low, big reach. Inhale, push to the heel of your palms one more time. Exhale, reverse your warrior. So keep your hips nice and low. Draw your left knee towards the left. Stay in your lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to triangle. Straighten your front leg. Release for your shin, ankle, or big toe. Look all the way up. Hold your belly in. Get as long as you can. Fingertip to toe tip. Stretch. Inhale back through center, warrior two. And exhale, straighten out your front legs. Spin your left toes in, right toes out. Bend deeply into your right knee, warrior two. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow. Vinyasa, elbows in. Up dog or cobra. Send it back to your down dog. Big breath, fill up. Big breath, let it out. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look forward towards the top of your mat. And exhale, gently lower to your knees, come sitting up. So you're gonna take a moment to use that block or towel or pillow or whatever you have. And we're just gonna take a few little shoulder openers. So you'll actually come laying on your side all the way down. And you'll take your block, you actually just put it in between your knees. So if you have a pillow, great. If you have a block, awesome. If you got a rolled up towel, all of those things are gonna work just fine. So just keeps the hips pretty much stacked in hip width distance. And if you have two, you can even go for the feet, which is awesome. If you don't, no problem. Okay, so stack up your shoulders and you'll meet palm to palm. You can just let your head pretty much relax. You got a little pillow under there, that might be nice too. Okay, so palms start together and you'll just slowly open the top hand all the way, as far as it goes. It might not open all the way to the floor. Hopefully you don't have a wall in your way like I do. So hopefully it opens all the way. It might open just part way. It's fine. As long as you're finding your edge, and then you'll just simply close the arm back down. Neat. So inhale, nice big breath, open. You can stay for the exhale. And then inhale, you'll do the same thing. And exhale as you close. Big inhale, open. Stay for that exhale. Let yourself come as far as you go. And then inhale, full breath. And exhale as you close. Let's do two more on this side. Inhale, open. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale as you start to close. And when you're ready to exhale, exhale as you finish. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale, keep going. And inhale back through center. And exhale to close. Good. And you'll just take that same thing on the other side. You'll flip. Nice bend in the knees. Stack your shoulders, reach your arms nice and long. You can let your head relax. And then same thing. Inhale, open. And keep going as you exhale. So really good for opening up the upper back and shoulders. Inhale, open. Stay for that exhale. And really good for that thoracic twist. So nice for relieving times that we sit behind the desk, for sure, but also really important for things like backward bends, if it's something that you're working in or towards. If you're just working on spine health in general, this is really, really good to help relieve some of that hidden tension. It's also a pretty easy one to kind of add to a normal routine. So a couple, 3 or 4 of these before you go to bed or in the middle of the day, if you need it, can make a big difference. Let's do one more. And then close it up. Good, so you'll remove that block out from in between your knees or your prop, and you'll just flip back onto your belly, and we'll meet in down dog. So tuck your toes, press your hips back and up. So take a moment to pedal out your heels here, a little lift right and then left. Just notice how your shoulders feel. Sometimes you can really right away feel that release. It's pretty amazing. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, let's give our spines a little bit of love. Let's get warm just one more time. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, rise to find high crescent, reach up. This time, let's try. Exhale, backward bend. So reach your arms back, sink your hips low, and inhale back through center. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. So spin your back heel down, open your arms, stretch and reach through your fingertips. Nice big breath in. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale back through center. This time, exhale into side angles. You can take a palm to the floor or even your hand to the top of your quad and reach your fingertips up and over. If you want to add just a little bit of heat, just a little bit of extra challenge, reach through both fingertips, roll your left shoulder back, firm up your low belly, press your hips forward, and really lengthen and reach. Just a little hold. 5. Big breath for 4, 3, 2. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill plant and flow. Vinyasa. Elbows in nice and close. Up dog your cobra. Send it back to your down dog. One last time. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step through, runner's lunge. Inhale, rise to your high crescent, reach up. Exhale, test out your backward bend. Take your arms back, lift through your chest, look back. Inhale through center. Exhale, warrior 2. Spin your back heel down, open your arms, sink and reach. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, flip your palms, take your reverse. Again, look up or look down. And inhale back through center, warrior 2. Exhale to your extended side angle. So again, forearm, hand inside or outside, or if you're working to play with that heat and a little bit more strength, reach through your fingertips. This time, right shoulder rolls back, push your hips forward, focus on your breath, really reach. Press down through all 10 toes like you're working your heels towards each other. Hold your low belly in strong. 3, 2, and inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow, vinyasa. Elbows in close, up dog or cobra. Send it back to your down dog. All right, body's a little warmer, so let's play with a few backward bends. Look forward and lower to your knees. All right, so if you need to roll up your mat a couple of times just to give yourself a little cushion underneath you, do it. And we're gonna get started into a camel, but we're gonna do 3 variations. So first 2 are a little smaller, and then the last one, you can take it as deep as you like. So we're gonna go ahead and start standing on the knees. Open your knees and your feet about hip width distance to start. Bring your feet about that same kind of hip width distance. Your feet will stay in the same position, but your knees might open a little bit more. It's up to you. So take your hands, fingers down, the heel of your palm right along the bottom of your rib cage. And then you'll inhale to lift your chest. So you give your glutes a little bit of a squeeze, but you really are focused on holding your low abs in. So firm up your low belly. Big breath in, lift your chest. And then as you exhale, like you're backward bending over a big beach ball, start to look back. Notice if right away you dump into the weight of your hands. You're using the strength of your abdominals to lift you up and over. So use your arms, your hands rather, to lift your chest. And then stabilize that backward bend through the strength of your abs and start to look back and go back. Just part way, so breathe. And then a big breath in, come back up. And exhale, release your hips to your heels. Just stay. Right, try not to reverse out of it right away since we're gonna do a few more. Your spine's gonna be going there, and let's just keep it warm that way. So just a moment to let it release, and then we're gonna do it again. But this time, you'll take your hands just a little bit lower. So you'll do your same lead in, hands underneath your ribs, fingers face down. You'll take that nice big breath, stretch up, reach up, go up like you're backward bending over that big beach ball. And then when you get about halfway, hold yourself up and you'll gently release your hands to the backs of your hamstrings. So same kind of work. It's really happening from the front side of your body to lift your chest up and look back, walk your hands back. And then you'll slowly start to back yourself out. When you're ready, release your hips to your heels. Give yourself a moment there. And then we'll do one more. So same kind of lead in, and if that second part was like, yeah, that was my max, go to your max, just stay there. But if you can go further, you can reach for your heels, you're done it, you know how, please feel free, or you feel safe, go for it. But as always, make sure you're checking into how your body's feeling today. If it's feeling a little tender, respect those tender spots, okay? So let's do it. Hands underneath your low back, big breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, start to take yourself back. So look back, go back, way back. Slowly walk your hands down your legs, down your hamstrings, and then work your hands to your heels. So fingers will come on the inside, thumbs on the outside. Work to push your chest forward, really creating that space through your shoulders is super important. And then as you do, you're working to push your hips forward as you look as far back as you can. And then nice and slow, hands on your low back to bring you out. Release your hips to your heels and just take a breath to let that settle. You'll get one more opportunity to give your best camel, whatever that looks like. You might have your hands on your low back the whole time. You might walk your hands a little further. You might grab for your heels. As we go into the second one, you got just one last little option, and you can take the feet, the knees rather, even wider. But do your best to keep your feet at that kind of hip width distance, 6-inch mark. Makes it much easier for you to grab for your shoulders and that kind of space to be able to reach for your heels rather. So a little wider with your knees, or you can come back into that hip width distance. Take your choice. A little wider is sometimes a little easier to get into your backward bend. So take what you need. Hands on the small, hands above the small of your back, bottom of your rib cage, breathe in, lift your chest. Use your exhale to go back as far as you like. Take it to your depth. When ready, we'll meet kneeling. So take your time coming out. No rush. Once you've met your hips to your heels, take a couple of breaths. If you had to fold up your mat, take a moment to release that out from underneath your knees and just come sitting up tall on your knees. Take another big breath in and then another big breath out. Okay, we're gonna take one more little backward bending move before we go into our forward bends to help relieve some of the tension from our back bends. And so from this position, you're just gonna open up your knees and your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. Especially make sure there's a little bit of space in between your heels, because then you'll release your hips down towards the floor. So you can either take that block, towel, or pillow and place it underneath your hips if it feels like a lot of pressure to get your hips to come all the way to the floor. Again, if it's a little tender on the knees, be nice to them. So that might mean if it's one knee, you let that leg go out straight into more of a half hero position. If it feels like too much pressure with your hips on the floor, you can walk your hands forward if you don't have a prop and kind of take some of that weight. If your hips are on the floor and this feels super comfortable and you want to take it a step further, you'll place your palms flat to the soles of your feet, so your fingers face your heels, and then gently start to lower yourself back. You can go back one elbow at a time. Really take your time. If you feel like you want more than this, both elbows are on the floor, you'll gently let your head go back as far as it goes. Slowly slide your elbows towards your toes till the top of your head touches the floor. There's still some weight in your hands, and so as you do, you keep sliding the elbows forward as you slide down the back of your head. So little by little, you'll tuck your chin towards your chest. And work the back of your neck down. Once the back of your neck, shoulders, and shoulder blades are on the floor, you'll reach your arms overhead and reach for opposite elbows. Same kind of work here. You'll work your shoulders down towards your toes and create this nice arch in your spine. So a couple of things to be mindful of. If it is a little tender on your knees in this position, you can always open up the knees a little bit wider. Other things to take note of would be make sure your knees are always on the floor in this posture. If they start to lift off the floor, you kind of put them in a compromised position. So the integrity of your posture is always what's most important. You're going to get 100% out of the benefits, whether it looks like mine or that person in yoga journals or not. As long as you're finding the form that's best for your body, that's what matters most. We'll take our time coming out. So if you're all the way in, you'll gently place your hands on the soles of your feet, press down through your elbows, lift your chest, let your head come up last. Press through your palms, come all the way up to a seat. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, and give yourself a moment to press back into your down dog. So just a quick moment, pedal out your heels, bend at your knees, just releasing the low back. A little gentler reverse. We'll get a little stronger reverse in just a moment. And look forward to the top of your mat, gently lower back to your knees. Sitting, kneeling, plant your palms on tops of your thighs. You'll take a nice big breath in to lift your chest. And then on your exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, and
Squeeze yourself in nice and close. You create that nice cat-like spine. Just a little gentle traction in the spine. We'll take one more posture that will help to stretch that out a little bit more deeply. So we'll reach back for rabbit. If you're not totally familiar with rabbit, just go ahead and watch me demo and get into it. And then if you feel comfortable, dive on in. There's a little bit of weight in your head. And so please be mindful of that weight that you're placing on your head. There is, what is really important is that you move into the posture very slowly and out of the posture very slowly. So really take your time with this one. It's not one to jump in or out of in any sort of hurry. So as you breathe in, you'll stretch up. On your exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Your hands are like they're in your back pockets towards your heels. They may or may not touch right away. As you exhale, tuck your chin around your shoulders and work to touch the top of your head to the floor. Once the top of your head touches the floor, squeeze your elbows tightly. And on your exhale, gently lift your hips. Eventually, your arms and your elbows will be straight and your forehead and your knees will be nice and close. Make sure that the top of your head stays connected to the floor. The only thing that will move in this posture is your knees, and so they'll just one at a time gently walk in closer till your forehead touches your knees. Squeeze tight on your heels, press your hips up, work your heels towards each other, and look for your breath. And then gently roll yourself out vertebra by vertebra. Really take your time. Your head comes off your chest last. And let that settle. Good. Kick your feet out to the right or to the left and come sitting up. So with your legs nice and long, you'll take your left foot in, right foot out. Take a nice big breath in, pivot over your right leg, and on your exhale, fold the flat back. We'll start flat, so stretch the top of your head forward, reach your toes towards your face, and really create some length from your tailbone to the top of your head. You can use the strength of your hands to kind of pull your toes back, or you can just let your arms release by your side. If you're looking for that little bit more of intensity, it might mean that you also bend your knee in order to find that. But the grip can be a really nice benefit, because if you're pulling on your toes and then you gently drive your heel forward, you'll really start to increase that stretch all along the back side of your body. So you can inhale as you back out of your stretch, lengthen your spine, lift your chest. And as you exhale, you'll tuck your chin around your shoulders and touch your forehead to your knee. So if you need to bend your knee in order to touch your forehead to your knee, I'm going to have you do that. Bend your knee in as much as you need to. It's not cheating. It's not bad. What's first and foremost in this posture is that your forehead actually touches your knee. And you get this nice chin to chest throat choke sensation, which is super good for the metabolism, really good for balancing hormones in the body, particularly good for women. So really squeeze in tight. And then work to grab your grip onto your foot. So as you're here, you'll just relax your head, and then gently, as your body starts to open, slide your right heel forward. Maybe one day it comes all the way straight with your forehead on your knee and your elbows squeezed in close. Again, releasing a little traction from the spine, reversing some of our backward bends today. And inhale nice and slow, come on. And exhale, we'll just switch. So switch that out. Take the left foot out, sole of your right foot to your inner thigh, about that kind of L90 shape, and then pivot over your left leg with a flat back. Fold forward like you're going to put your collarbone onto your shin. Take your grip. A little more intensity, a little less intensity is up to you. Stretch the top of your head forward. So create as much space as you can from your tailbone to the top of your head. And then it's always really important when it comes to forward folds to look forward, because if we're looking down, then you'll notice right away the spine rounds and you just let go of that stretching action. And so see if you can lift your chest, lift your chin away from your chest to look forward. Create as much length as you can, like you're being pulled right from the center of your head, right at the crown of your head forward and through your tailbone. If you feel like more room gets created, just give yourself a little inhale, create some length, and then use the exhale to see if you can take up that space. All right, let's take the forehead to knee option, and so bend the knee if you need it. Interlace your grip nice and strong. Breathe in, lift your chest, create the space so you can take it up. And on your exhale, tuck your chin around your shoulders, touch your forehead to your knee. Gently start to slide your heel forward so you can maintain the connection of not only your forehead to your knee, but your feet. Pull your toes toward your face, square your shoulders over your shins, squeeze your elbows in close. Inhale gently back up. And exhale, lean back, straighten your legs. Take a nice big knees to start. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. A moment to rest in this position. And then inhale, peel your chin away from your chest. Exhale, take your hands behind you and then lean back and lift your legs. So float your legs off the mat, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. When you're ready, release your hands, stretch through your fingertips. Find your stable boat. That might mean legs all the way straight. That might mean legs super bent or anywhere in between. But find your moment to establish strength, to return on the front side of your body so you stabilize the work you did to open your shoulders, to create space in the back side of your body, and to really get comfortable with that unknown sensation of backward bending. Sometimes the hardest part about backward bending is the fact that we just don't do it very often, and so we're not super comfortable with it yet. And the more we do it, the easier it gets. So use that moment, use these moments to get comfortable, to gain peace, stability, and strength. Hold your boat, focus on your breath. And then inhale nice and slow. Stretch your legs long, lower your low back to the mat. Find a little bit of stability. Drive down through your belly button and your low back into the floor. Reach through your fingertips. Take an inhale and see if you can reach your arms overhead. Add just a little bit of extra. Stretch through your fingertips and your toes. Hold flat. 4, 3, 2. Inhale, come all the way back up into your boat. Bend at your knees. Stretch through your fingertips. Inhale. And exhale, gently release your feet to the floor. Big bend in your knees. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over your legs, give yourself a little hug. This time you can stay or slide your heels forward. Maybe even your legs get all the way straight and you grab for your feet or your toes. Anywhere in between, fold over your legs. Work to stretch your head towards your toes, create as much space as you can. Good. Inhale, nice and slow, walk yourself up. Exhale, take your hands behind your back, bend at your knees, take an inhale. Exhale, press your hips towards the ceiling, reverse tabletop. You can take your chin forward and look forward, or if you want a little bit more, let your head drop back. If your neck is rather feeling happy and healthy. Press your hips up, press through the soles of your feet, breathe in. And then exhale, nice and slow, release your hips to your heel, the hips to the floor. Another big breath in. Exhale, press through the soles of your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Head goes back or keep it looking forward. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, gently release your hips to the floor. Stretch your legs out nice and long. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over your legs. Take a little reverse, a little stretch. And inhale, nice and slow, sit up. Exhale, bend at the knees, lean back to find your boat. So one last boat, let's meet here. Lift through your chest, roll your shoulders back, keep your spine nice and straight. Big breath in, big breath out. Release your grip when you're ready. Stretch your legs long, reach through your fingertips and start to lower your low back to the mat. Press down through your low back, reach your arms overhead. Create as much length as you can, fingertips to toes. Little hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly release to your mat. Inhale, lift your right leg all the way up, straight leg. So you can grab above or below the knee, and if you can make it to the toe, grab on. Take a nice big breath in wherever your grip is at, and you can grab with both hands if you need it. On your exhale, pull your right leg in. So you're in this nice reclined split variation. You can point the toes or flex a little bit. It'll help to open up the back side of your body a little more if you want and or need. Create some length on the back side of your body by pressing your spine flat to the floor. Notice if your left leg has swung really far out. See if you can pull it back in line with your left hip. So if you look down the center line of your body, you can see just about your hip and your heel in that same general line. Pull your right leg in one more time. Take it, inhale. On your exhale, lift, peel your spine off the floor like you could tap your forehead to your shin and hold it. At the same time, see if you can work your right shin in. 3, 2, and gently release your upper body and let your right leg fall out towards the right as far as it goes. Again, you can hold onto your foot. Your grip might switch to your calf muscle or maybe your inner thigh or even outside where you hold on to it a little bit if that force of gravity is working a little stronger than you would prefer. Slowly bring yourself back through center. Hinge at your right knee. Take your left hand on the outside. Gently pull your right knee across your body. Look over your right shoulder. Slowly bring your right leg back through center. Give it a squeeze and let it go. Same thing goes for your left. Inhale, straight leg all the way up. Again, above or below the knee. Maybe onto your toes. Pull your left leg in. Again, with both hands or just one. Make sure the right side of your body stays connected to the floor. Flex your toes or point your toes. Take what you need. Find the space on the back side of your body. Create that little bit of release. Again, make sure the right leg is in line with your right hip. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, pull your left shin and lift your spine. So again, like you could tap your forehead to your shin, squeeze it in, find your breath, hold for 3, 2, one last one. And exhale, gently release your upper body. Let your left leg come out to the left as far as it goes. So again, you can switch the hand to the inside or outside of the leg. Grip doesn't have to be the same as it was on the other side or the first round through. Just focus on creating space where you got it. Good, and then slow and steady, come back through center. Hinge at your left knee, take your right hand on the outside of your left leg, gently pull your left leg over your left shoulder and come back to your breath. Just resetting your spine here at the end of your practice. Slowly bring your left leg back through center. Give it a nice little squeeze and then release your legs long. Pull both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Take a little rock or a little sway, maybe even a little shimmy. And then inhale, reach your legs long. And open up your feet nice and wide. So you can either grab for your feet, and you might have to bend the knees a little bit, but we're going to set up for a little fuller range of motion in a straddle, reclined straddle. So you might be able to grab onto your toes and open out either way. Or you might want to take the hands to the insides of your calf muscles, hamstrings, or maybe to the outside. We'll just be here for a couple of moments. So if you need to take a couple of readjustments, go for it, and then let your feet fall open. Do your best to get your hips, your legs to come as far forward as they can, and then fall open. So take your choice. More or less bend in the knees. I understand that sometimes that straight leg can be really intense. So take as much as you can and then back off if you need a break. Bend and then drive back in. So use your breath. Focus on the longevity of your posture. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't work that way. So let the practice do its work as efficiently or as slow as it likes to go. There's a reason why maybe a certain posture or position or something takes longer to click, takes longer to open, engage. I think sometimes the body wants us to work for it.
wants us to remember that the work is worth it. Patience is important, and even the not knowing is a valuable lesson. Not making it easier. It's just real. Just a couple more breaths. And then nice and slow. Start to guide your legs back together. Take your time. You can release your grip and slowly bring them in. So let them hang over your hips for a moment, letting the blood drain into the base of your body. Breathe in. As you exhale, bend at your knees. Give your knees a little bit of a squeeze into your chest, and then lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Peel your upper back and press your forehead to your shins. Squeeze yourself in close. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, stretch your legs long and relax back down onto your mat. Take up a little bit of space. You can close your eyes and settle into this moment. Just take these final moments to notice. How's your body feel as you exhale and settle into this final resting pose? Notice what happens to your body. Can you stay just a couple breaths longer than is normally comfortable for you? And what does that do for you? Sometimes we have this initial reaction like, let me out. And then you stay for a breath, maybe two, and then you almost forget about it. And it's interesting, the more you do your practice, the more you start to pay attention to when those things come up. And you notice and find how much more strength hides just below the surface, or just beyond like one thought, one breath. And I feel like that's a good metaphor for life right now. It's a good metaphor for life probably all the time, but it's really real right now. So just keep breathing, keep going, keep practicing, keep staying positive, keep committed to one another. Thank you all again so much for practicing. Always my privilege, always my pleasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Namaste.